Right, so I'm going to show you guys how to build your own iron farm in Minecraft 1.21 Java edition. I don't know if this works on Bedrock, but I don't think so. Let me just show you guys how this farm works. It is a very simple and cheap design. You already guys know me. I love simple solutions. So the iron golem spawns, right? He falls into the lava kills him, the stuff or the loot falls into this chest, and then you can literally just collect the loot from this chest. Very simple and an easy design. So let me show you how to build it. Right, so let's build our farm. So basically, if you build a little square with basically one empty space in the middle, and then build this 3 high. Now basically from here we put a trapdoor and build a little pathwalk. This will basically be deleted later, or we're just going to remove this later. Also build a little wall like this, come to the behind, and build a little stair so our zombie can come up here. Right, then during the night find a zombie and make him follow you. Right, so lead him up the stairs, close the ladder or the trapdoor. Right, he's coming, and as he's walking past, open the trapdoor so he falls in there. As you can see, he's in there. Right now, as you can see, the sun is rising, and once the sun rises, he's going to start taking damage like this. Replace this with a block, and then remove these extra blocks I told you to build, right? So the pathwalk and these little here. Then remove this front block and put a trapdoor. I do recommend it. You don't really need to, but I do recommend placing it. And now, the crucial step. We need to put a name tag on him, because if you don't put a name tag, he's going to despawn, right? So go to an anvil, put your name tag. As you can see, my name tag is already named, zombie. You can name it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. He just needs some kind of name tag. So put it on him, and there we go. He's basically done. So now we can proceed to building the housing for the villagers. Right, so to basically build the housing, you just literally start, right? So let's start here. Let's just build a little frame. It doesn't have to be massive, right? You can actually change the blocks. You don't need to use the same blocks I'm using, or you can actually change the design as well. However, if you don't know how to build this yet, I would just recommend sticking to my design, as it is crucial that the machine first works, or at least you understand how it works, before changing any of the design, right? So as you can see, I'm just making a small room. There we go. And here I'm just going to put some glass in the middle. You know what, let's just make it all glass. There we go. Doesn't really matter. Okay, cool. Now inside, just put 3 beds, and make sure that you fill out any of the remaining. So if you make this bigger, don't worry, just make sure that you actually fill out any empty space with slabs to prevent the iron golem from spawning basically inside there rather than on the top, which is very important, because this will actually break the machine if the iron golem spawns here rather than on top. Okay, now you need 3 villagers. So the easiest way to get villagers is to use the boat, right? So if you push a villager into a boat, right, or if you basically spawn a boat in front of him, there we go. As you can see, he's stuck. And basically if you just swim inside, play around a little, right, then break the boat. As you can see, he's stuck in there, right? Cool. I'm just gonna fly out, right? There we go, run. So obviously remember to get 3, right? But once you get 3, then just put the slabs back, right? Change the design back to like I showed you. Right, now, since you have villagers, you might get the iron golem basically spawning. So what we need to do is we actually need to prevent him from spawning on the floor. We need him to spawn only there. So what you need is you need a shovel, and you need to calculate 8 blocks from your basically farm. I would recommend maybe a bit slightly more, maybe even 10, just to make sure. But you need to basically take 8 or 10 blocks from your farm, right, in each direction. So remember, that direction, this direction, that direction, west, east, north, south, right, all of the directions, and just basically smooth all of the area to make sure that the golem doesn't spawn, right? So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to proceed to the next step. Right, so as you can see, I have smoothed my area out, and as you can see, the iron golem has spawned on top. Once he starts spawning on top, that is you basically have done. We just need to basically make a farm, or basically a stream of water, that once he spawns, he just falls into a lava pit and he dies, and that is it. That's the whole farm done, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. Right, so your design should look something like this. It can be smaller or bigger, but this is a prime example. You should basically build it. If you don't know how to build it exactly, then just follow my example and you'll be a-okay. Right, now what you need to do is basically just kill the iron golem, right? So we need to do it automatically to increase basically the efficiency of this farm. Right, so basically if you start building now, I do recommend some kind of wall just to make sure that the farm will work, right? So use the wall, right? So just build it like this, build it across the whole farm, right? Like this, like so. And then also I would recommend building it from the beds, right? So from the beds towards this direction. Also, as you can see, I have the walls on this. You do actually need to place the walls on this, because if you don't, then the iron golem will spawn here, right? It is completely up to you if you want to place one, but just for design, I actually placed two, so it looks kind of nicer. You can obviously expand it to here as well. Completely up to you. This is optional, but just remember to place at least minimum one, so there's no any spaces that the iron golem could spawn on. Then what we just need to do is build basically 2 out, right? 2 out, 3 out, it's actually 3. 3, right? So build it like this, 1 bam bam. Well, it's actually 2 out, it matters how you look at it, but it's definitely 2 out, okay? Then what we need to do is take our warp fence, remove this, and place it like so, right? Just remember to open them, right? It is important that you open these fences, right? And then place this back. Okay, so open these ones up, and then basically any golem that spawns here will basically start falling towards this direction. So if you put water, right, like this, make sure that you only put basically either on all 3 or basically in 1 in each corner. Do not place it further there or it's not going to work. Okay, now what we need to do is we basically just need to put 1 more fence down. So if you put basically 1 more round, right, like this, it should start basically having a nice shape. As you can see, should look something like this. Then what you just need to do is you just need to place signs, right? So place signs to prevent lava from falling down. Remember that if you press shift and right click, it will start placing the signs. Then just put lava in this corner right here, and it should basically spread all over, right? 1 bam bam. Now basically the final step is just to place the hopper and a chest. So right, to place the hoppers and the chest, it is technically completely up to you, but I'll show you how I do it, right? So if you basically put the chest under the sign, basically under the first layer or the 3rd layer of the signs, right? Make sure you also get a double chest. And then if you actually start placing the hoppers, right? So if you basically connect the first hopper to the chest, and then every other hopper, just make sure that you connect it to each other. This basically, if anything goes to this hopper, for example, slime ball, it will automatically like land in the chest. And as you saw, my iron golem just died, and as you can see, all the loot, so all the iron and all the poppies have been transferred to this chest, basically just confirming that this farm works. It is a bit slow, but you can obviously expand it. In the future videos, I will definitely show you guys a more upgraded version. This is the simplest and the cheapest starter farm for Minecraft worlds. Right, so I've noticed a bit that this farm is slow, so I actually found one solution that seems to fix it. So if you actually put some kind of workstations, like for example, I put a fletching table, you can obviously put something else, but basically the villagers need to have a job. Once they have a job, it seems to push the spawns of golems about twice as fast, right? So I got about a stack of iron in about, I think, 20 minutes, right? So this is obviously about 3 times as fast as before. So if you have a lot of problems, then just put some kind of workstations. Obviously, remember 1 per villager, and this seems to basically increase the spawn rate of golems. Right, and that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you can subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome, as I'm trying to build a Minecraft community channel. And thank you for watching, and peace.